Life is too short to not go to Disney and spend all day there. All right, guys, before we jump in, I want to explain a couple of the new things. There is an upgrade in the My Disney Experience app called Genie. Now, this is a way, it's totally free, included with the app. You put in all of the things you want to do during the day, maybe your top rides, the dining that you like, as well as different experiences and what you're interested in. So you could select Disney princesses and Star Wars, new things, etc. Then you have the option to upgrade to Genie Plus, which is $15 plus tax, and it gives you access to what they are calling lightning lanes. And this is replacing the Fast Pass system. It's a little bit different. You don't get 3 at a time like you did with the Fast Pass system. You get 1, and then after 120 minutes, you can book another one. So that 120 minutes is from the open of the park. So if the park opens at 9, you can make another one at 11. You can have multiple lightning lanes booked with the Genie Plus. I did not test this out personally, but I have seen it done so if the park opens at 9, you can book another one at 11, another one at 1, another one at 3, etc. Maybe if you guys like this video, give me a subscribe and a like. If you do, I can go back and test that out, see how many we could fit in. Another update is the individual lightning lanes. That's gonna be the top 2 rides at every park, so there's 8 of them, and they have an individual price for each. That varies day to day. So I paid $9 for Remy's individual lightning lane when I went. You could pay $12. So it just depends on the day, how many people are in the park, different things like that. Unfortunately, you can only have 2 of the individual lightning lanes on any given day. So I couldn't have gone in when I did all 4 parks and ridden all 8. I could only ride 2. So I only did Remy's when I went into the parks. The cool thing about Genie is it does show you suggestions. There's a tip board, and it'll say, hey, you wanted to ride Big Thunder Railroad. We would recommend you go over at 240 because we estimate a lower wait. Once you have purchased Genie Plus, you can go in and select your first lightning lane. Hey guys, it is the morning of my big Disney day. I'm going to try and hit as many rides as possible using Genie Plus and standby lines and park hopping. Who knows how many I'll be able to do? We'll find out as the day goes. I'll compile everything, all my lessons learned, and is it worth it to get Genie Plus or not? And how many rides can you actually do? Now, it will just be me, so you may be a couple, but I feel like it won't be that much of a difference. So this is perfect for you if you've got just a day in Disney and you really want to get as much as you can out of the time. I also wanted to show you guys what I'm taking with me into the park. I've got fanny pack here, a battery charger, since we'll be taking lots of footage today. Got some mints, but also here's a little tip. I have some medicine in there. Got my keys, got a couple pens. This is my wallet. It's great. It's just a business card holder. Fits in my pocket real well. It's another way to save space. Mask, obviously. Little notebook. This is where I'll be keeping track of when I actually get on the rides, how long I waited, and if it was worth it. I also have a little plastic bag here for when I get on Splash Mountain. I'll put the paper, anything that I don't want getting wet, I'll just toss in there. And it's all gonna fit in here. All right, driving into Disney World. It gets me every single time. I've probably made this drive about 40, 50 times, and every time I get the goosebumps and the tear-ups, and I'm just so happy to go to Disney! Yeep! So we got All lanes open here at Magic Kingdom. It is 7:30. All right, we are parked. It is 7:37, super easy to get in. Now, since I'm in a huge truck, dually, they put me at the end of the row. So right now I'm all the way down at the end, which will be great for getting out of here when I start my park hopping. I'll flip it around for you and show you how empty this parking lot is already. So we are in the first section of Villains and nobody's here yet. Yes! Hopefully this means that we can knock out a bunch of standby lines. Again, it is 7:38. The park does not open until 9, which is probably the reason why there's nobody here yet. But I wanted to get a jump on the line. So one strategy you'll want to look at is getting here at rope drop. That's when the park opens, which today is 9, but they will let us in before that. I mean, we're already parked at 7:30. Typically they'll let you into the park. I mean, it depends. It just depends, I think, on how many people are in line. Sometimes it's 15 minutes, sometimes it's 20. We'll see what time they let us in today. What we're gonna do is the very first thing is we're gonna run to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It typically has at least an hour wait all day long. That is when you can buy an individual Lightning Lane too. We're not gonna do that today. Space Mountain is the other one that has an individual Lightning Lane. The strategy I'm gonna use is going to those first, Seven Dwarfs first, and then Space Mountain. Space Mountain will fluctuate throughout the day, so it might be easier to get Space Mountain throughout the day in standby. But Seven Dwarfs, like I said, it is a hot, hot ride and has been for a while. Even when we came down for the first time in 2019, it was still quite a wait. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. We're gonna start walking into the park. That's one tip. Take a photo of where you parked. So when you come back after a fun day, you know where you are. After you head through the ticket center, you have the choice of the ferry or the monorail to head into Magic Kingdom. I think we're gonna take the monorail today. Looks like a lot of people are going over to the boat. Okay, just kidding, we're taking the ferry boat. I think the monorail is down. We are in the park. Got our Christmas tree up already. Came up on November 1st. Holidays in the park, baby. This right here, this is my favorite part. When you come around the corner and you see the castle for the very first time. Every time. We are leaning! Woohoo! First ride, Astro Orbiters! Woohoo! All right, we're on ride number 2, People Mover. It's pretty much a walk-on. I mean, walked right on. Not even a minute to get on. First time on here, super fun. Great views.
So drop in and join Mike Wazowski and all his pals at Monsters Incorporated Laugh for It.
Mike Wazowski! All right, we are 3 rides in. It is just about 10 o'clock. Taking a little break to buy my Remy individual Lightning Lane for this evening. Epcot is my last stop of the day. My first fast pass here at Magic is Peter Pan, but it's not until 12:30. So I've been doing the standby strategy, and I've done 3 rides in the last hour. It's going well, lots of fun. Next up is probably teacups, because that's right behind me. And we'll keep you posted. Thanks for coming along. Here we go. Do some spinning. Ride number 5, Dumbo, pretty much a walk on. I waited a little bit in line. Love Dumbo. Ride number 6, Little Mermaid. Posted wait is 5 minutes. Seems like it'll be a walk on, but we'll see.
You want thingamabobs? I got 20.
All right, we are at 6 rides, all been standby so far. Haven't even used the Genie Plus, and I'm about to eat. I did the mobile order at Friar's Nook to get the tots with the country sausage gravy. Looking forward to that. Line for the lightning lane for Peter Pan, all the way out to Philhar Magic. I don't know if this is going to save us any time. Whew, feeling the day already. 12:14. So after we rode Peter Pan, which was a 13-minute wait, it was posted when we got in line at 35, and then it went up to 65 while I was waiting in line. After Peter Pan, the next thing that I could book was for It's a Small World at about 12:30, so I've got just a little bit longer for that. So I noticed that the wait to meet Mickey in his 50th anniversary attire was only 5 minutes, so I made my way down Main Street, said hello to Mickey. And bought myself some pants. New leggings. I do love the leggings. And super hot. So we got some Dole Whip. Nice to cool down. This is rough. I mean, you know, rough to be at Disney. But it is hot. It's a little more crowded than I expected. Well, I shouldn't say that. Disney's always crowded. I haven't been as happy with the Disney Plus so far. Not Disney Plus. I like Disney Plus. The Genie Plus, just I think because of the timing of my first Fast Pass, Lightning Lane. My first one wasn't until 11:30, so I wasn't able to book another one until after I had checked in at Peter Pan. So the tip there is your first Fast Pass should be Lightning Lane. Lightning Lane should be booked as early as you can. Now the 120-minute rule is from park opening, so you couldn't book your next one until 11 something. But I did knock out a lot of rides just on standby. I think it was 7 rides before I got on Peter Pan. So in about 2 hours, I got 7 rides. And now we're just sitting and chilling in Frontierland, waiting for It's a Small World. And we're only at the first park. I was waiting in line at the Carousel and thought, I still have 10 hours. It's gonna be a long day. Good day. Long day.
Welcome to It's a Small World. For your safety, please remain seated throughout your ride.
The sun has been so bright all day. It's been hard to actually take video and photos without the squinties. So we did 9 rides. Only 2 of them were the Genie Plus. And the lesson learned there is book your first lightning lane for before 11 o'clock if the park opened at 9. So park opened at 9 and I couldn't book another one until 11. I had booked Peter Pan for 11:30, so I couldn't book my next one until I used Peter Pan. And I was able to get It's a Small World. And oh, we just hit 10,000 steps. Curious to see how the other parks will be. I already have a lightning lane for the safari at 2 o'clock. Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is next. Then we're gonna head over to Hollywood Studios and then end up at Epcot. So we'll see what we can do at Animal Kingdom. I might fudge it if I can get on Everest. I think it was looking like it was 20 minutes when I was checking earlier. And I know I said like 10 to 15 for the standbys, but 20 for the longer ones. All right, we are back in the truck after Magic Kingdom. It is toasty in here. Truck says it's 102 degrees. We have a 12-minute drive to Animal Kingdom, start with the safari, and then see what other mischief we can get into. And if I haven't said it already, life is too short to not go to Disney and spend all day there. One other tip as you're coming into the park, especially if you are an annual pass holder, have your mask and your pass and ID ready to go. So when you get up to the parking attendant peoples, you can just pass your stuff over instead of digging for it. We are here at Animal Kingdom, pulled in no problem. We're just gonna pack everything up and we will see how it goes. We're gonna head over to Everest. It has a 15-minute wait right now. Instead of paying, I think it's $7 or $9 right now. I don't wanna pay. Everest is so good. I'd just about do it again, but I got that lightning lane.
Thank you very much. Jumbo! Keep your eyes peeled around here. Fresh. They have smaller hooves compared to grands, coyotes, and zebras. Better for the rocky terrain. They can walk about an hour later. The giraffes give birth standing up. Baby will fall a few feet to the ground, but the impact will get them on their feet right away.
On our way over to ride number 12, which is Dinosaur. Got a lightning lane right after Safari, so just making our way over. I feel like I didn't do as much crossing across the park at Magic Kingdom as I'm doing here, because I did Everest and then the Safari and back over to Dinosaur. So about 10 minutes ago, I went into the app to order food and it said there were no windows left. So I get on the Triceratop ride and happen to pull it up again by clicking on the order food button, and I was able to find a window at my cantina in Pandora. We were able to also score a lightning lane to the Navi River Ride. We're heading over there now. I don't think we'll get on Flight of Passage. I think we're at about an hour wait, and this is still only Park 2. gonna break one of my rules and wait 35 minutes for Flight of Passage. I am chowing down on my food because 35 minutes for Flight of Passage is ridiculous and the last ride I need to do here. So I'm eating fast.
You're going to have a chance to undertake an amazing Navi rite of passage, riding on the back of a banshee by being genetically matched and linked to an avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden.
We are at 9 hours, just got off our 15th ride, Flight of Passage. It had a wait time of 35 minutes and ended up being just over an hour. It took a little bit longer than I would have liked. I was not expecting to be at Animal Kingdom for 4 hours, but I got all the rides done. Every single ride I wanted to do, I did here, and I definitely felt like Genie Plus was worth it at Animal Kingdom as a park hopper. It is Christmas in the parks. Love the tree. 15 rides, and we're still going. We got one guaranteed, because we paid the money for it. Hopefully this helps you decide if Genie Plus is right for you when you come to the park. So far I'm thinking it is worth it, especially if you're hopping and if it's busier. Definitely does seem that the more popular rides definitely sell out faster. Hollywood, there wasn't, it was kind of slim pickings. I think we got Toy Story Mania over there, which isn't super fun to play by yourself, but I did all right on the Buzz Lightyear. Got about 9,000 steps there in Animal Kingdom. We did go from Everest to Safari to Dinosaur to Pandora, so we did go across the park a couple times. I feel like it's a smaller park, so not as bad. Okay. Heading into Hollywood. Funny enough, I feel like it's my least favorite park, even though it has the coolest rides. I'm always tired at Hollywood, whether I'm getting up so stinking early to get on rides, or I've just done things all day. Yeah, but it's got the coolest stuff. So I booked my Fast Pass here. Lightning Lane, Lightning Lane. I booked it for $640 at 4:09, thinking, oh man, that's really late. I'm gonna walk right on. Not that late. Took a little bit longer to get out of Animal, but Flight of Passage is always worth it. Always. So pretty decorated for Christmas here. Oh, look at this. Right at sunset is a great time to get here. How pretty. Love the tree. As we're making our way over to Toy Story Land. The Christmas tree. Always makes me so happy coming in here. I love Toy Story Land.
Slinky dog would slow down. He's making me
Look at Andrew's footprint. Alright, so Hollywood was a little bit of a bust park hopping, but I did get Toy Story Mania and the last, until they restock, Num Num Cookie. Look how big this is. It's as big as my head. It's so, so good. Come to Hollywood, go to market, get a Num Num cookie. It's so good. So good. Well, it's not Florida if it doesn't rain at least once. Surprisingly, right now is the first time that it's rained today. Big old fat drops. Light enough that it's not really that big of a deal. I got a little bit of my Num Num cookie left. Gonna give that to Brett because I love him. And got some Coca-Cola. A little bit more caffeine. We're at about 7:30. Yeah, we got one ride in Hollywood Studios. One ride. But that's one ride. We're up to 16. Heading over to the last park. What a day. We'll see how many we can get over there. I already have 2 lightning lanes because I paid for Remy. I think at 8:05 to 9:05, something like that. And I booked Soarin'. It does look like the waits are a little bit shorter over there, so might get a little bit more luck. Look at Spaceship Earth with all the colors. That's so pretty.
Dude, it's so pretty in real life.
Park number 4. First ride is Soarin', and then we're hopping over to Remy's. And we'll see how many we can do before the nighttime show.
And taste. Taste my chicken. Can I go? Please, please, please.
No, I don't want you out of my sight.
Out of sight? Okay. Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Figment, you are not to interfere with the tour.
8:30. Just did ride 18. We've got about an hour 45 left to go before the nighttime show. Just did Figment. Imagination. Just got off Remy's. Totally worth the $9 to get the Lightning Lane. It was a walk-on, 3 minutes from scan to getting on the ride. Got a couple short standby lines. We'll probably knock out Nemo, maybe Mission Space, maybe Spaceship Earth. We'll see, but we do want to get back for the show. Though today's about how many rides we can do, so. But still like to see it. Because it's new. I'm tired. Really tired. Why did I think this was a good idea? Oh, maybe it's because of things like that. So pretty.
All right, don't hurt yourself. We're ready to go.
All right, so we snuck in one last ride. 21st ride. And now we are rushing over. Hopefully, gonna get to the show. Might be about a 5-minute walk. And that's when it's gonna start. Maybe not the best thing to record while you're walking because some people might run into you. And it's kind of dark. All right, guys, so that was my big day at Disney. Overall, I did 21 rides at all 4 parks. I did 33,227 steps, which was 13.59 miles. So I did my own Disney half marathon on this day. The big question, is it worth it? I think absolutely. Especially individual lightning lanes are worth it to take the stress out of, can I get on this ride today? You know, you're not stressing out about getting onto Rise or getting onto Remy's. It really helps. Overall, I figured I saved about 3 hours, 23 minutes just with the Genie Plus and the Lightning Lanes. I did end up going back to Epcot a couple days after I recorded this. I did the virtual queue for Remy's, and it took me 20 minutes to go from getting in line to getting on the ride. That in mind, overall with the Genie Plus and the one individual Lightning Lane, I saved 3 hours, 38 minutes for a grand total of $25.57. So my lessons learned were book your first Lightning Lane way early in the day, or wait to stack your Lightning Lanes for later and do the standby lines first. Also, do more research before using Genie Plus. There's a lot to learn and understand. Even after using it, I'm still watching videos and reading blogs. The worst thing you can do is go into the parks blind, buy the Genie Plus, and then just being confused all day about how to use it. You want to take some time to understand the app. You want to take some time to understand booking the Lightning Lanes, understand the 120-minute rule, so you get your money's worth. That's what I've got. Have you tried Genie Plus? Do you have any questions after watching the video? Let me know in the comments below if there's any questions I can help with. And is there another Disney park challenge you want me to take on? I will happily take the challenge to get back into the parks. Make sure you like this video if you got something helpful out of it. Subscribe if you want to learn some more about Disney, Universal, or road tripping, or full-time RVing. We talk about all the things here. Back home, 10:57. Because I'm a good wife, someone is getting the rest of my Num Num cookie. It's because I love you.
Wife.
Since you couldn't be there today.
The freaking Num Num cookie, it looks so good, I can't take it.
Wow, I left you a lot.
You did. You want some more?
Nah.
Grazie.
Denari.